Hello Daily Drafters and welcome back to the channel for today's daily draft. We are continuing what is now going to be the second full week, or kind of like the third week, of Duskmourn drafts on the channel. Still searching for that first trophy. We got not exactly super close in the last, what is this now, the sixth draft I think, but I think our time has come. So let's see if we can turn that around here with the Swarm Weaver. 4 mana 2/3. When he ETBs, make 2/1/1 insects with flying, and if you have Delirium, they each get +1/+1 in Death Touch. Black Green is one of the better decks in my opinion. This card could be splashable as well. I think it's very good. Would love to wheel Moldering Gym here. Maybe go for like a 5-color, if either of these wheels, 5-color Rooms deck could be kind of fun, but I think I got to take the Swarm Weaver. This card is just really good. Disturbing Mirth is also very, very high on the win rate. Scavenger's great. Drowner's great. There's a lot of good cards in this pack, but Swarm Weaver seems like a really, really good one to start out with. So that's what I will do here. And what can we follow it up with? Basically nothing. Yeah, this pack is pretty garbage. There's a Manifest Dread for 2 mana. Ticket Booth, Tunnel of Hate. Not really for this deck. Vile Mutilator, I mean, maybe as like a Reanimator kind of thing. Beastie Beatdown doesn't really go with the Swarm Weaver. Resurrected Cultist really isn't one of the better reasons to get into this kind of deck or continue down this path. This pack is just not very good. Emerge from the Cocoon is the white Reanimate spell. Guess I'll take the Vile Mutilator here and maybe we fit it in somehow. Ethereal Armor is interesting if we had taken the white 1-drop, but I would like to play the Swarm Weaver if at all possible. Another Leyline, swing and a miss. What else do we have here? Well, Fanatic of the Harrowing is a discard outlet for Vile Mutilator. 4 mana 2/2, each player discards a card, then you draw a card. Which one is this? Oh, 5 mana 2/7. When it deals combat damage to them, get to draw that many cards. There is Monstrous Emergence here, which is just like Rabid Bite, but a little bit better because they can't respond to it and kill your creature in response. Glimmer Burst, 4 mana, 1/1. Draw 2 cards. Pretty good. I have yet to play blue this entire format, but maybe the cards just aren't good enough to really pull me in that direction. I don't know. Let's take the Monstrous Emergence here. Ooh, okay. Now we got a lot of cards. Which one is this? A Mythic. 3 mana. You may play lands from your graveyard. And when you unlock this door, you may cast spells from your graveyard. So you got Yawgmoth's Will and Crucible of Worlds on one card. Not very good for limited, but there is a Moldering Gym here. 3 mana. Search for a land. Battlefield tap, then shuffle. 6 mana Manifest. Could be kind of interesting. There's also a Murder. Fear of Lost Teeth, Direlect Attic, but the Moldering Gym could open up some potential splashes here. Now we've got Commune with Evil. Look at the top 4, put 1 into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. You gain 3 life, as well as Wary Watchdog. I think Wary Watchdog is actually pretty good in this set. This helps with Delirium, so does Commune with Evil, but this also helps with it. There's a couple of aggressive red cards, Innocuous Rat, Tunnel Surveyor for blue-white, but let's take the Wary Watchdog here and go from there. This pack is the pack of Leylines. Shrewd Storyteller, beginning of your second main. If it's tapped, put a counter on something. Meh. There is the white Reanimate spell. That is something we could potentially splash, already having one Moldering Gym here. I'll reserve it for now. There's a Grasping Longneck. Good for Delirium. 3 mana 4/2 reach. Dies, gain 2 life. It is an enchantment creature. And Cautious Survivor that cares about, surviving. I'm going to try to spike the Reanimate spell here a little bit and see if I can get access to something that this is going to be good with. I don't think Balemerc Leech is very good. 2 mana 2/2 Eerie pings them for 1. Found Footage. You can look at face down creatures. You could also sack it to Surveil 2 and draw a card. Cryptid Inspector is the face down permanent build around. Pyroclasm, yeah, this pack is not great. I mean, Tunnel Surveyor, I don't know, this card seems good. I'm just not going to play anything else in this pack. So let's just take that just for fun here. I think we have now completed the leyline cycle in this pack. Was that every single leyline that was opened? I saw a blue, I saw a red, I think. I saw black. White? Do we see the green one? I don't even know. Alright. This pack is really not good. I guess I'll take the only green card here. I just don't think found footage is very good at all. Okay, the Moldering Gem did wheel. Let's go ahead and take another one here. Seems kind of fun. Again, 5 color potential going on here. Another Emerge. Okay, here's the red ley line. The Cultist. I mean, yeah, I'm not thrilled with most of this here. Let's just take this. I don't really care about the Cultist that much. Okay, there's the black one. Bear Trap, I suppose, in the case that we're low on removal. Yeah, Attack in the Box, much more of an aggressive card. That won't be us. Vicious Clown. I think red's the color we're not going to play, so let's just take the found footage. Why not? Take the non-land and a land. Okay, so not thrilled with the opening pack here, but we could turn that around a little bit. Another Optimistic Scavenger, but I just don't think this is going to be the deck for it. The other thing is, as I look at the rest of this pack, I mean, this whole pack is not good. Yeah, there's just nothing good here. I mean, maybe I just take the Scavenger and, like, somehow we find our way back into blue-white with a Tunnel Surveyor or something? I just don't know. This whole pack is pretty garbage. Final Vengeance, I guess, isn't horrible. But I'm just going to see if I can spike the Scavenger here. Well, we have 2 Emerge from the Cocoons and no discard outlets yet, but there is a Doomsday Excruciator here. Basically, only playable if you could put it into your graveyard and then reanimate it with Emerge from the Cocoon. 6 mana, 6/6 flyer. Will basically never be casting it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw an extra card. I mean, maybe? What else do we have here? Bashful Beastie, fine. Paranormal Analyst, really good in specifically Manifest Dread decks. You know, how cool would it be if we're able to put this card onto the battlefield? Let's take it. Let's see what happens here. Say Its Name is a way to potentially mill that. What else do we got? Unable to Scream is a decent blue removal spell. Cathartic Parting is also really good. 2 mana, basically shuffle an enchantment into their library. Could be an artifact too, but it's mainly enchantment in this set. Trapped in the Screen is a great removal spell. Let's take Say Its Name. And maybe Say Its Name twice here. What is Ghost Vacuum? 1 mana, exile card from a graveyard, sack it, put a creature card, exile it. Each creature card exiled it with it onto the battlefield. They're 1/1 flyers. That seems super slow. Yeah, let's just take another Say Its Name and build back towards green-black Delirium, I think. Is this worth splashing in there? Let's see. 4 mana, 3/4 ward 2. Beginning of your upkeep, each player draws 2. And then Delirium. Each opponent's maximum hand side is equal to 7 minus the number of those card types. No, I don't think that's very good. I guess Etched Cornfield can help us splash this here. Manifest Dread. Fine, not great. We do already have 5 sorceries, notably. Let's take the Cornfield. Could have had all of the Moldering Gems. Well, still could have all the Moldering Gems. And I guess I take this one. I mean, there's really nothing else here I particularly want. I mean, Grand Entryway is good, but I just don't think we're going to be very aggressive for this kind of card. We haven't found the discard outlets yet. Another Emerge. I do like Spineseeker's Centipede. Fear of Lost Teeth is an enchantment of which we only have 3 currently. Fear of Immobility. Don't think we need to splash that. Let's take the Centipede here. Okay, Spectral Snatcher. Terramorphic Expanse is a way to get a land into the yard. Which one is this? Discard your hand, draw X, where X is the number of card types among cards in your graveyard. Could be interesting. Also works well with the Doomsday Excruciator. I mean, kind of well. This is tough. I actually think I'm going to take the Snatcher. This is like a backup reanimate target for the 2 cocoons that we have. I guess I can take on the wheel here the Grasping Longneck. It is an enchantment creature. Don't mind putting that into the yard. How many artifacts do we have? 1. And it is a Scarecrow. Maybe we take the Teddy for that reason? To get another artifact into the yard? Ooh, Cathartic Parting Wield. I do like that. So that's the shuffle back into the graveyard. This is an instant, but I don't know. I'll keep it in for now. Fear of Exposure. Cracked Skull. I don't think I want to play either of those cards. Okay, so we are pretty much black-green Delirium Self-Mill Reanimator. Fanatic of the Harrowing Wheeling would be great. That is a discard outlet. I think I have to take the Beastie here, though. It's an artifact. It's a creature. It mills. It has Delirium. It's got everything we're trying to do in this deck. Would love to wheel the Fanatic here. Also would just love to find discard outlets, as we currently don't really have any. I don't think we need a 4th one of these. I'm probably not even playing 3. Which one is this? 3 mana, 2/1 lifelink, power 2 or less. It's a good card, just not for us. Another Emerge. Break Down the Door, I think, is really good. Exiles an enchantment at instant speed. There's also Flesh Burrower, 2 mana, 2/2. Death Touch is pretty much all it is in this deck. But I think I'm going to take the Break Down the Door. That's a really good card. It's also our 2nd instant, which I think is important for Delirium here. Okay, this is a discard outlet, and I might need to take it. But let's see what Zamone does. Can splash in here at the beginning of your end step. If a land entered, and you control a prime number of lands, you make an XX, where that's the number of lands. Is that better than a discard outlet for us? Or a land here? I think you just got to take the discard outlet. I mean, this card seems fine. I just think I need this more for what I'm trying to do. Ooh, Drag to the Roots. That's pretty good. 4 mana, destroy a non-land permanent. Hopefully only costs 2. There's also Appear Past the Veil here. Maybe that wheels, but I doubt it. We'll take the Drag to the Roots here. Another Snatcher, a Horrid Vigor, Fanatic Strength. I think I'll take the Snatcher here as well. We've got now 4 pretty good Reanimate targets for double Cocoon. 2 of them put themselves into the graveyard, so that's pretty good. Alright, I think I'll take the Terramorphic Expanse over not much here. There's a Scorching Dragonfire. We don't have a lot of removal. Only 12 creatures. Yeah, this deck is kind of garbage, isn't it? Another Snatcher, Occultist. I don't think I need 3 of these. I guess I could just play another 3-drop and maybe get value out of it from the yard. I don't know. Ugh. More Emerge from the Cocoons. More Fixing. Another Enchantment. Another enchantment, but this is much more of an aggressive. It's a little bit tempo oriented as well. This is a tough one here. I think I'm just going to take the long neck. All right. Ooh, we did wheel the Fanatic. Okay, I think that's a card I can play in this deck. Okay, I guess we'll take the third Reanimate over a Flesh Burrower here. I'm not playing Rootwise Survivor. Also, probably not playing Slashers. We got some cuts to make here, but I think that's a decent spot to be in. I'll put the two artifacts back in just in case I need to up my artifact count for Delirium. We'll see. Possessed Goat and likely a land to end it. Okay, so we are drafting here to put Doomsday Excruciator onto the battlefield and then have it get murdered. That's how this is going to go. All right, I'll go ahead and finish this deck build, make a couple cuts, and I'll see you after deck building. Okay, after deck building, here is where I ended up. I'm only going to play 2 of the Reanimate spells. I just had to make a couple cuts that were kind of tough. We've got 2 plains, a cornfield, a terramorphic expanse, a moldering gem to fix for the white here. Hopefully we would say its name, we don't mill all of our white sources. That would kind of be annoying. I'm playing the Teddy because I do need just 3 artifacts here with the Beastie, the Teddy, and what's the last artifact? Oh yeah, the Swarm Weaver itself. And 4 reanimate targets, 2 of them put themselves into the yard. 1 we could cast in dire situations, and this one we've got to find a way to put into our yard. Via Anthropede, Fanatic, and I guess, you know, Beastie, Watchdog. That's pretty much it. If we draw this card, we have to hope we draw one of these as well, pretty much. But I think today is scratch this card off your bingo card to try to get this onto the battlefield. But like I said, we'll play it, they'll murder it, and then we'll move on with our life. We'll jump through all the hoops to do this, it'll die, and then we'll reanimate it again. How about that? Okay, so I'm going to give this one a shot in the queues. I think today's almost a little bit more of a meme deck than serious, but I don't know. I'm just really drawn to this Reanimator package in this set. I don't think it's very good, but I just, every time I see this card, I'm like, we could do that. We could do that. And then I get trapped. And here we are with the same deck again. I'll give this one a shot in the queues. Hopefully we can have some success with it, but I'll see you in game number 1. Starting on the draw here, don't have green yet, but got more lands, got green, everything worked out. Yeah, I think I have to take this over the plains. Now the question is, what do I do on 2 here? Death Touch. Boo. Boo hiss. Why couldn't that have been 1 more card down? Then I could have milled it or surveilled it here. Let's play a blocker. I don't think I need another swamp per se. And if for some reason I start missing land drops, say its name can get 1 back here. Okay, I do need to keep that. That is a way to get rid of Doomsday Excruciator. I guess I'll play the Teddy? It doesn't feel great, but sure. Find a block here. We both draw a card, but I need a land. Ooh, perfect. Got the right color as well. Now can we find one of our, what does this do? Sack it, destroy an artifact, enchantment, draw a card, put a land from your hand on the battlefield tapped. Interesting. Okay. So what is most important for me here now? So I can't really play the Swarm Weaver as long as they have this. It's just 2 mana, kill it. Although I do still get 2/1/1 flyers out of the deal. I would like this to be gone before I play one of these 2. So why don't we just play Anthropede, discard the Excruciator here. And then We are unfortunately a minimum of 2 turns away from reanimating. Okay, so they did cycle it. Now we're in the clear to do this if they don't just beat us down with 7/6 tramples first or something. Ah, that's almost worse. Don't have removal. This does have reach, but doesn't quite do it. Artifact or enchantment. Okay. This has reach. That could work well if they don't have removal for that. But we need to get exactly... So if we played Say Its Name and milled a forest, that'd be perfect. Do we have Delirium? We don't have Delirium yet. Say Its Name would get us Delirium here. Let's try to spike it here. Fortunately, it comes back in tapped, but I think we got to take it. So we can't really do anything else this turn. Have to take 5. And if this thing dies, they can just get it right back with the Faithful, so that's also not great. Oh, that card is so good. We didn't see any Brood Spinners today. I think it was the last draft I posted to the channel. We saw like 4 different brood Spinners and couldn't take really any of them because we just weren't in its colors. I mean, I guess we just play Spectral Snatcher here. I mean, I could play Swarm Weaver. They only have Death Touch as long as this is on the battlefield. I'd really like to draw a land next turn and play both of these after being mana efficient and playing this, but I have to take 5 this turn to do that. I guess I can take 5 one more turn. Let's attack and then play Spectral Snatcher here. And if we draw the land, we can do both of these things next turn. Okay, we did get the 2-for-1. They killed our creature. At least that means now they aren't going to kill the Swarm Weaver, so hopefully these keep Death Touch. Give me land. No, unfortunately not. So we just gotta kind of have to do this and hope they didn't top deck anything good. Oh! Let's go. Okay. Did they top deck exactly instant speed removal? That's exactly what they did. Good for them. Perfect. Gosh, my opponents have some real good top decks sometimes. See if they also top decked another removal spell here. Perfect. I mean, what more could go wrong? I don't know why they did it that way. Why did they use Winter's Intervention there? Bring it back as another 5/4? Sure. Haha, I can kill it now. Actually, I probably need to kill the Brood Spinner. That's going to kill me quicker, isn't it? I mean, they're both pretty bad. I'm going to do this while they're tapped out. And I'm sure they'll top deck their 3rd straight removal spell here. Nope. All right. We dodged it. Let's go. We dodged 2 straight draws. How about that? I'd prefer not to use Break Down the Door as a Manifest Dread here. There's just so many good enchantment creatures that I could exile. See? That's why I didn't do it. Okay. Emerge from the cocoon. My friends, we have done it. We have put Excruciator on the battlefield. Now, does it survive? The answer is no. Like I said, every time we play this, it's just gonna die. Good thing I have... Oh, this is Artifact or Enchantment. It's a sorcery, though. I could deal with that. I can deal with that. It's got Ward 2. Sure. Ooh, do I want to shuffle 4 cards into my library? Yeah, I wouldn't mind drawing that. This doesn't seem horrible. Sure. And... You know, break down the door doesn't seem bad either. So we will resolve. Pay the ward. Get it back. And sure, take action. Alright, can they top deck their 5th removal spell? No. Okay, we got there. They were playing Abzan removal, but we managed to play our way around it. Opponents first, but we do have Say Its Name into Centipede here, which is a decent start. That is also the definition of a decent start over there. Here comes Island. Nope. No plays? I do have an instant. I could do Monstrous Emergence here, but I don't think I need to do that just yet. Yeah, we'll take the planes. Didn't hit a big reanimate target. Next turn, I'm probably just playing Centipede. As bad as this, or as good as this card is for them, the Monstrous Emergence with Vile Mutilator in hand's probably always going to kill it. So let's play Centipede, go get a Forest here. And then next turn we can Say Its Name and also Emergence if we need to. They're not doing anything else. Would I be willing to trade? I don't know. Let's see. Guess they didn't want to. Okay, so this is a sorcery. Let's attack here. Sure. Let's see what we find off of this. Ah, there goes an Emerge. Do we want to just play Wary Watchdog? Or do we need another land? I think I'll play the Wary Watchdog. And don't need that one either. The Emerge is nice. We've milled a couple of our better spells here. Although the Vile Mutilator, we're pretty close to being able to just kind of cast it here. Like hard cast for 7. Maybe one day we will complete the Altenac Thrice Called bingo card checklist, but today is not that day. Three 2 orphans attacking potentially for 5 here. Okay. Sure, can't really block that. My Grasping Longneck can, though. Ooh. This means I can cast Vile Mutilator next turn. That seems pretty good. Let's go ahead and get a Forest, I think. And then does Monstrous Emergence give us... No, it doesn't give us... what's it called? Delirium here. The Orphans of the Wheat is kind of annoying. I really hope they don't flip this next turn because the Vile Mutilator is going to force them to sacrifice it. Oh, this is tough here. I could go for a Given to Violence on blocks. That doesn't seem great. I could Monstrous Emergence, but if they flip this, they have a 5/5 that could get bigger than that, which is also not great for me. So both of these options aren't super great. I don't really want to be using this defensively, so... Let's do this. Attack for 3. We could attack for 5 down to 13. They attack for 3 down to 10. That seems okay. Yeah, let's just offer the race here. Hopefully they don't flip Weight Room. That's what I would prefer they don't do, because the Vile Mutilator gets a lot worse if they do choose that option. Still makes them sack a creature, but... Did they not get this trigger? Oh, it was on the Orphans, I think. Alright, they did it. Yeah, now they just sack an enchantment that doesn't do anything on the battlefield anymore, and then also just a random 2/2. So, as good as the Vile Mutilator is... Kind of got hosed by the sequence of events here. Yeah. Oh, as an additional cost, we have to sack a creature enchantment? Oh, I forgot about that part too. Okay. Patchwork Beastie. I don't think that gets the job done here. So they get rid of their random enchantment plus their random 2/2 here. We hope they don't have removal. They have removal. Yep. Good news is we can actually get this back at instant speed. Yeah, it's a 2/2. I'm going to block their Scavenger. Go to 4. Maybe go to 3 or 2 if they flip this. Sure, hit me down. And final card is nothing. Alright. So this is going to cost me 5 mana to get rid of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can still do Give In to Violence as well. This has Vigilance. That has Death Touch. So I don't really want to be trading that offensively necessarily. And this is an instant. So let's just pass the turn. They also have an instant in hand, or can flip this up depending. What did they manifest into the yard with that? Shard Mage's Rescue? Sure, that resolves. Break Down the Door is such a good card. I think I have to go for Give Into Violence this turn because, like, if I block here and here, and they play a creature and then remove it next turn, I feel like if they had removal, they would have used it, right? So, cross your fingers that they don't have anything that can deal with this prior to it gaining us 8 life. Okay, good. That worked out. And it was nothing. Now we've got a 6/5 flyer, they have nothing. Oh, okay, okay. That it doesn't have a reach. This costs 6 mana? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't do this plus these 2. Do I want to attack or do I want to just trade that with Branch Snapper here? How does this race work? We attack for 6, they attack. We could potentially gain a couple life. We have to go to 5. Next turn they would be at 7. They can't attack anymore. They draw removal. It's not great for us. This could be horribly, horribly wrong, but decline and decline. Unfortunately, 1 is not 0. Oh, nice. That's removal. Let's see what we get here. I'd probably just rather have that in my graveyard, right? I'm not going to flip it up. What do I have here? 4 black? I mean, maybe there's a world where I do. No, I already have 2 of my swamps in my graveyard as well, so I'd probably just rather have that in my graveyard. I have 11 cards in library. Would I rather rummage this away or just play this and save this in the event that I draw a card, a land or something? I think I'm just going to play it. We know they drew a land pretty much. I'm going to keep this in the event that I draw a land. I can basically rummage that away. Friendly Teddy? Yeah, I think that can be rummaged away. So let's do 1, 2, 3. Trying to think of the cost of my cards. The only thing I'm splashing is Emerge, and I don't have the mana to cast that. So let's do this. Getting rid of Friendly Teddy here. A little too expensive. They block, they take 7. So as long as they don't have, like, instant speed attacking based removal, we should be fine. Yeah, so eat it, chump it, take 4 plus 3 is 7. Right? Should be lethal. Alright, we did it. We almost got the Excruciator on the battlefield again. Had a nice little back and forth. They drew some removal timely, and we drew our way out of the end of the game there. Alright, we are up first. We've got Teddy on 2, or we can cycle one of these things away. Get Centipede, find another land. Got a couple of things we can do here. And if we miss our third land, we can cycle this. I think I'll play Teddy on 2 as a creature. We still have... Well... No, this guarantees we have Centipede on 3, which guarantees we have a 4th land as well, so... Yeah, I'm actually just going to cycle the Snatcher here. Alright, let's hope they don't have the Quench variant removal spell. If they do, can I play around it here? I think I can. Let's play around it. Okay. Yeah, let's just play the Teddy. So we did effectively play around it. Patchwork Beastie is much better earlier in the game. Oof. Yeah, I'll mill a card, I guess. So I'm going to have to chump this if they can remove one of these creatures here. Let's do this, play Watchdog. And then if they remove Watchdog, I have to chump, otherwise this thing deals me like 12 damage. Etched Cornfield. Ugh. Do I have a land in the yard yet? I don't. That would give me Delirium next... No, it wouldn't. Creature, artifact, no. Land, not quite yet. I'll put it in the yard, I think. The Centipede can still get a white for me. Okay. Take action. We do have Delirium now. This is now a 3/3. And this can get back Spectral Snatcher or Swarm Weaver here. This has Death Touch though, so maybe Swarm Weaver isn't as good. I have to sack a creature other than the enchanted creature, and then when this creature is dealt damage, destroy it. That's fine. So let's sack this thing. Does it get Death Touch? No, it just gives Lifelink. I probably still want to be milling with this. Okay, so clearly I can't block that now with Murder mana up. Unfortunately, I do have to take 4 lifelink, but I can't avoid, or can't risk getting blown out there. I don't think the Snatcher's the greatest thing to bring back. the Swarm Weaver is likely to just die to an Emerge from the Cocoon. Yeah, I mean, whatever I reanimate is going to die here. At least the Swarm Weaver gives me a little bit of value before it dies. I guess I should have attacked first. Although, the Swarm Weaver does give this +1/+1, so maybe there's an argument to having played it pre-combat. Again, I'm expecting this to die here. Cathartic Parting gets rid of an enchantment or an artifact. I only have one forest on the battlefield right now is the issue, though. I don't think that's gonna do much, because next turn I can only play one spell. Unless I keep milling, which now that we used Emerge from the Cocoon, I don't think I want to do anymore. Okay. Say its name. Interesting. Sure. Get back. Creature or land? Well, the Snatcher's not good anymore against a 5/7. So let's just get a forest. Double Unstoppable Slasher? That's hard to deal with. What do I do about that? I just have to keep trading for it and then 2 turns later try to trade for it again? They're just gonna get me with a 5/7 Vigilance Flyer? Okay, so this is kind of all telling me that they don't have removal right now. But not like we have anything else going on for us currently either. Because as good as Swarm Weaver is, it only gives Death Touch if it's on the battlefield. So the easy mistake you can make with this card is they attack, I block with the 2/2 Death Touch, they kill this, it's no longer a Death Touch, and then I just chump. I don't see a way fighting through this here. This is going to be tough. I mean, even like our 6/6 flyer doesn't really do it. Like, we can't get through this, and we don't really have removal that can deal with a lot of this here. Okay, Vile Mutilator, sure. That lets them get rid of this, which doesn't do anything anymore, and also probably a slasher. Down goes Swarm Weaver. Pretty much. Yeah, unfortunately, this would be great if they had to sacrifice this, but unfortunately, they're just going to sacrifice this, and then probably also the Swarm Weaver. But I mean, you pretty much just have to play it. Sacrificing, I guess, a 1/1 here. The 2/2, okay. How do we deal with this? So we're gonna take like 15 this turn, probably. Oh, and they top deck removal. What is up with all of the hellbent removal spells off the top of the deck? Monstrous Emergence. I mean, they're just gonna re-equip this over there, but sure, why not? Target that, choose that, and the race is on. What can save us here? Really not much. We go to 4 now. And then next turn we go to 2 and then go to 1. That does have reach, but doesn't do quite what we want it to do. And we basically just block. Next turn they equip it here and then we die? No, I go to 1. Okay. Not dead. Funny thing is, even if we draw our big 6-drop, we can't cast it still. Give into violence, you say? Alright. So they're getting priority, which tells me this thing can flip up, but I mean, let's just get some lifelink here. Why not? Okay, go to 6. Chump block. And then maybe die now? What is up with our opponents having no cards in hand and then just consistently drawing removal spells? I think that might kill us. This one triggers go to 1, this one triggers go to 0. Yeah. Man. I think our opponents in this draft so far have top decked removal spell with 0 cards in hand 7 times already? I don't know. It's been a lot. Okay, on the draw here, Beastie has to come down on 2 unless we top deck a Forest. But having this on turn 1 or 2 is a good thing to have, so we'll keep the hand. Land in the yard already with Terramorphic Expanse. Seems good to me. Ooh, we did it. Okay. As much as we're complaining about our opponents top decking things, we are also doing it, so I'll take it. No more complaining. No more complaining about the top decks. Balemerk Leech. Sure. Okay, there goes a land. Break down the door. Guess we can do that next turn if we need to. Milling a land is slightly unfortunate because we did have a way to put one in there already, but... Oh, well that's really annoying. That's going to have to get exiled with this for sure. That just hoses our whole deck. This deck is pretty bad against... Like, if you put this card against your deck in red-white, you've mulliganed. If you put this card against your deck, or in your deck against me, you've hosed my whole deck. So, that's great. So they're probably going to exile the creature here. There it goes. We can have a turn 5 Snatcher now here. Okay, down goes Beastie. We can still cycle this next turn and then emerge turn 5. It's not horrible. Okay, whenever you attack, put a counter on it. Alright, the beats are on. If they have removal for this, it's going to be pretty bad for us. We can actually Cathartic Parting this. And also cycle this and reanimate it next turn. That's not bad. Oh, this is a sorcery. Oof, I almost thought that was an instant. I will submit 0. And we do have Delirium now, for whatever that matters. Okay. Cross your fingers. No removal. One time. The answer, unfortunately, is no. They've got the removal. Because why wouldn't they? Also, why did they not have to discard a card to do that? Ward, discard a card. Exile target creature. As an additional cost to cast this, they sacrificed that, exiled my creature, and didn't have to pay the ward? Oh, I see. Because ward abilities don't trigger. How nice. How nice. Okay, here comes Swarm Weaver. Okay, now we need one of those discard outlets. I think we have 2. The Anthropede and the Harrowing, something of the Harrowing. 4 mana 2/2 thing. Alright, is this gonna die now too? A second ghost vacuum. What is this? So our deck is once again hosed. for a second time by the same situational rare that we already dealt with once. Wow. Sure, I guess. Now we don't even have Delirium because I got rid of an artifact and a creature. Okay. Alright, now we just have to hope they don't draw anything for the next, like, 5 turns. Although this thing... this thing can eventually flip here, too. We don't have any more creatures, so ha. And I basically can't put this in the graveyard anymore until they crack this. So, say its name. Ghost Vacuum, stop. Because the issue is, I cast this, and whatever I target to put back in my hand, they just exile. So I can't cast it. So that's great. We're getting so hosed by this card right now. That's why I got rid of the first one. And like I said, this deck would completely fold to red-white aggro in this draw. The Ghost Vacuums would do absolutely nothing for them. But they managed to get paired against the one person that it does mess with my whole deck. But we're still in this. We can fade some top decks here. Let's go. Down to 8. Alright. We're also still not drawing creatures, but, you know, it's fine. Two more lands on the top of their deck and we win. Do they have Delirium, though? Creature, Sorcery, Enchantment. So no. So even if they get a Patchwork Beastie, it will be unable to block. These cards are fine when they don't have a Ghost Vacuum on the battlefield. Wonder if they've got removal that they're just like questioning using here. Oh, if they sacrifice, they will have Delirium, and then this could block. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so now I can actually cast my spells. Oh, no, but they got their creature back, so this can't block anymore. Okay. It means they're not dead. Okay. Okay, so we just got rid of our other reanimation spell, so this is only good in our hand to be able to cast it here. Would I rather just get back like a Spectral Snatcher? Probably so. Let's trade this for one of these here. They go to 3. I guess they have to draw exactly removal that can deal with the 6/5 here now. But that only prolongs the game by 1 turn. And they didn't draw it. Oh my goodness, they didn't top deck the removal. Alright, we beat 2 Ghost Vacuums with this deck. Brutal matchup, but we got it. We have turn 1 Patchwork Beastie again, and both of our discard outlets in hand in the event that we draw big 6-drop boy. That's not too bad. Do I cycle the Snatcher here? I think I do. Puts a creature in the yard for the beastie. Okay, land won't help. But let's go ahead and get white here now. I don't think I'm playing either of these cards unless I can kill a room. Should I actually get green? Because, no, this is still going to cover green. Again, I'm not going to play either of these, so let's just play the tap land and pass here. An instant would give us delirium. Okay, I can actually eat that now. Artifact creature land instant. Oh, this is going to be pretty brutal. That's a brutal play. But we take those. I don't think I need to mill anymore, honestly. Spectral Snatcher. Okay, I guess I'll just play that next turn. Because I don't want to mill my Reanimate cards either. Now that we have Delirium. More flyers, yeah. Attack me for 4, and then next turn they can attack me for 4 again. What do they have for 1 green or 1 blue mana that they're getting priority for? The answer is Bear Trap. There you go. Drag to the Roots, not bad. May as well attack. I mean, we're not we're not blocking with it, so we'll see if they All right, we did get 3 free damage in. Let's go. Okay, so whenever they play an enchantment, they get a 1/1. And that is an artifact that gets rid of Spectral Snatcher, I assume. And then when it leaves the battlefield, I Manifest Dread? Darn. I can discard a card with Fanatic, force them to discard a card as well. We still have one of our discard outlets if we find the demon. And a wary watchdog. That costs 3 mana. I probably want to drag to the roots their unidentified hover ship here. The watchdog doesn't do much on this board. This is an instant, yeah. This is a non-land permanent, right? Yeah. It doesn't have ward, does it? No. Okay, down goes the beastie. So we'll get rid of that. We get to Manifest Dread here. Let's see what we find. It doesn't really matter. Okay, that's a Death Toucher. That's Reanimate. We have a Swarm Weaver we can reanimate. That's probably pretty good here. Yeah, I think that's what it's got to be. Even more than the Snatcher. Both of those can threaten to trade here, as long as they don't have instant speed removal, like I said. Okay, that's fine. I can deal with that. Ooh, that's pretty good as well. Okay, what can I get back? I mean, I guess it's just Spectral Snatcher at this point? There's a lot of lands in the yard. Think this is the best creature here? I don't think I can play this Anthropede, unfortunately, until I am able to get the demon into the yard. Friendly Teddy. That doesn't really do much either. Question is, how do we deal 14 points of damage before we mill ourselves out? That could be a difficult proposition. Or just die, because again, if they kill this thing, our current situation isn't looking great. Okay, that's a bunch of card advantage, potentially. Kind of wild to splash Gremlin Tamer, but it's done some good work already. Okay. More lands. I mean, this thing has Death Touch still, which is just a problem. We don't have a lot of removal in this deck. Monstrous Emergence is already in the yard. Don't know how we win here. We have to find this demon, like, immediately, and then also our second Reanimate spell, like, immediately. Does this have reach? No. That's a card. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Well, they have to sacrifice this and then another creature, just a 1/1, so they sacrifice these two, and in exchange I have to sacrifice a 2/2, but I do get a 6/5 flyer and they don't have reach, so yeah, I guess that's what we're doing. Forgot about that card. Oh, more triggers. Oh, I didn't. It's about the best I could have done, honestly, but they still get to draw. I mean, this thing has already drawn them 3 or 4 cards. And this has made 3 1/1s here. I think that's drawn them 4 cards. Alright, can they kill the Vile Mutilator? If they kill this, and I draw Reanimate, and then I reanimate it again, they have to sacrifice... Well, I was going to say they have to sacrifice that, but now they could sacrifice this, so never mind. Thresher coming in, makes sense. Can't really do anything about that. Okay, they have some sort of trick here, it looks like. Boo. That's tough. Alright, don't mill my second Reanimate. Okay, we got the Excruciator in the yard. Only 6 cards left, though. Now I can actually play out this Anthropede. Let's do, actually, Patchwork Beastie, because then I can play Anthropede and Beastie, which gives me just more creatures on the battlefield. I do have to be attacking with the Mutilator here. I think... Okay, 2-turn clock, maybe? Oh. Or just, we're dead, I think. Yeah, that was a top deck. Now Reanimate doesn't really do much. Oh, that was brutal. Yeah, I think we're just dead. I mean, this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Maybe we're not dead exactly. It's pretty darn close, though. Okay. Did they draw more removal so I can't block? I think I have to chump that in order to survive. They got something here. Let me go to blocks. I think they got us on that top deck there. So we do this, and we do this, and take 8, 9, 10, 11. That's not lethal. Did I choose the wrong one? I thought I was keeping that. Oh, and this dies as well? Yeah, now we're, like, mega dead. Mega dead. That will not do it. Alright. GG, I suppose. We were just... could not find that second reanimate. Couldn't find that group. We had the Anthropede in our opening hand. We, like, never played it, because we didn't have the demon till, like, the last 8 cards in our deck or something. It was kind of brutal. Alright, hand seems fine here. I mean, if we can, like, find our way to a white source and a good reanimate target, could have this on turn 5. Because we do have the Fanatic to discard something, maybe? Okay, that's a Percussionist. Don't like seeing that on turn 1. Guess I'll just play something that can block it here. Yeah, I mean, you get to impulse draw, but I guess I hope you don't hit a land. I just don't want to die here. Okay, there's the land. I guess thank goodness we did that. Sure. All of the lands? Clockwork Percussionist .deck. Oh, perfect. They hit land last turn and their second color of land this turn. Yep. Let's draw the demon followed by a plains. That would be perfect here. No. 6th land is not the answer. Break down the door. There are better matchups for this, but I'll take it. That is the card I did not want to see. That card is really, really good. I was hoping they didn't play it last turn, but... yeah, the issue with this combo is now next turn, they sacrifice the Percussionist, impulse draw, get a counter, and recast the Sprinter as a 3/3. Which is all really bad for us, so I can't really block because of that. Okay, that's a white at least here. Ugh. Why did I just play that land? That was so dumb, but sure, whatever. Oh well. We'll live. Alright, the Emerge has no targets currently. I have unfortunately not been able to put anything in there. This is a scary deck here. I think the way this matchup has gone so far, I think this is not really going to work. That's a card they can play. It's also a great sack outlet to this as well. I might just use in this matchup, I might just use this to manifest Dread. Hopefully I can get something into my graveyard. I know this is just going to continually come back. I just have to find something good. So they're going to play this turn. Next turn they sacrifice it. This is a 5/4 menace. They replay this as a 3/3 trample haste. Yeah, I guess I just take 2 again. Oh, that was a reason. I had forgotten about that trigger as well. That was a reason to block there. Yeah, sure. Spectral Snatcher. I mean, yeah, I guess. Oh, and it's exile. That's perfect. Now I can't reanimate it. Okay, that's a problem. No attacks. Kill the watchdog. Yeah, Skin Ripper is such a card. Such a good card. Give me the demon. I guess that'll do. Okay, that's another good card, but let's gain a little bit of life. Put a big creature on the battlefield. If we can get the friendly Teddy to the graveyard, drag to the roots will only cost 2. Then I can break down the door and drag to the roots. Oh, they just get to bring itself back? Ooh, that is a combo for the Sentry. Oh, wait, no, it's a non-zombie. Okay, good. They got 2. I suppose they have 2 here. Sure. Hand that feeds a 4/2 menace. Sure, I'll trade the Teddy for that, if you let me. So Drag to the Roots is definitely killing the Skin Ripper. Have we weathered this storm? It seems like we might have. I'm just going to go ahead and do this now so that they can't bring the Sprinter back next turn. And then I still think we can wait. Maybe I probably should have attacked with the Snatcher there. That was probably a little bit wrong. And I'm just going to hope. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. Okay. So if I block this, they get to bring back the other one as a 3/3. And if I block this one as well, they can also bring that back too. See what we got here. Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so this is a 2/2, and then next turn we just bring that back. That's pretty good. So let's just do this. Do we have Delirium? Instant creature sorcery land? Yep. So we don't even need the Teddy in the yard. The end of this turn, they're going to have 2 3/3s, but we're going to have a 6/5, and next turn we're going to have a 6/6 flyer and a 2/2. That seems fine. Sure. Alright, let's attack here, see if they want to double trade. And then in comes the Excruciator. And hopefully that's enough to do it here. Yep, that will do it. Reanimating Doomsday Excruciator. We've done it twice now. And the second time it actually survived. Let's go. Alright, on the draw, this hand seems fine here. Got a 2-drop, got the Centipede. If we can figure out a way to get a decent creature in the yard, we have a turn 5 emerge from the cocoon. But we'll see. Okay. Missed land drop, we take those. I always almost accidentally click decline because I feel like it's going to say, would you like to? It's not optional, it just says search. Zamone, get a 3/3. That's tough, yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything else to be doing. So let's just be mana efficient here. Play the 2/3, get a couple 1/1s. They did find exactly the island off the top last turn to be able to play Zamone, so. And the forest. They are off and running. Kind of in an awkward spot. Don't know which to kill, because if you kill this and then next turn they play a land, on their end step they get a 5/5. Now, it replaces the 3/3, but it's still pretty good. So I think I just want to kill Zamone here. I can just leave them with the 3/3. Which I wouldn't be against trading for my 4/2, as it is an enchantment creature. Would get me closer to Delirium here. Alright, they've been finding their lands, for sure. They were stuck on 2, and then they've drawn 3 straight. Fear of Falling. Okay, so when that attacks, things happen, but I can exile that just fine. And speaking of, why don't we just go ahead and do that. And let's see if we can find Delirium pre-combat here. I don't want to bring back Vile Mutilator, that's for sure. So let's bring back the Forest. Play it. Attack. We did, in fact, get Delirium. Okay. Take a bunch. Go to 8. Got Emerge from the Cocoon next turn. Vile Mutilator triggering, making them sacrifice a creature. I really hope they don't have that green rare enchantment, or green rare thing. I can't even remember the name of the card. It's just a really good one, I know that. It's like the one that's like Doppelgang from a few sets ago, from Wilds of Eldraine. It's that rare enchantment that does that. Alright. We did it. 5 wins. Can we get our first trophy? Cross your fingers. 2 more. Let's do it. Okay, now this hand is close. If we can figure out a way to get this into the yard, we have to... There's 2 cards in our deck that can do it. Or we play against Ghost Vacuum for the 2nd time today. That could also happen. Ugh, brutal. Brutal. Okay. So now we can't really be milling. I guess I gotta get a black. Just gonna exile it. Gosh, man, Ghost Vacuum is such a good card against our deck. It's just like such a sideboard card. Maybe it's better than that though. I mean, it's been doing work against us, that's for sure. How do we get around that? We have to draw exactly our enchantment removal. Because it turns off this card. This is now an irrelevant card. This is an irrelevant card. Yeah, a lot of the things we are going for do not do much. Alright, go ahead. +2/+2 and lifelink. This is a 5/5 menace death touch. Yeah, that's a problem. There's a lot of things I need to get rid of here. And I think Ghost Vacuum is unfortunately going to put us out of this draft. Oh man. I mean, I don't really have anything else to do here. My hand is just completely turned off by Ghost Vacuum. Like, these cards are irrelevant now. This thing's just gonna kill us too. Like, if we draw our enchantment and artifact removal, like, we have to use it here, and then this is just beating us down every turn. The beastie's never gonna be able to attack or block. Alright, we are now 4 swamps away from being able to hardcast it, so... Can we win this race? I think the answer is no. Oh, and they get the beastie back to their hand too. Sure. This is just so demoralizing. I guess I double block the Fear of the Dark now. They play a 5/4. I go to 9. Next turn I go to 2. Turn 1, Ghost Vacuum. Like I said, against red-white, this card would just be horrible. But against us, like, we mulliganed to 5 this game. Actually, we mulliganed to 4. This is a 1-mana 3/3 can't attack or block. That's what this card is. Oh, and they played something to get it back. Why did I not see this? Oh, that was from their manifest, I see. Yeah, so we effectively mulligan to 4 this game. With this card in play. Oh, yeah, that'll do it. That will do it. Yeah. All right, 5 and 3, I guess, is the end. That's just, we didn't really get to play there. They put a card down on the battlefield on turn 1 that just completely hosed our whole deck. And second round of this entire draft that we had to play against the one card that destroyed us. But you know what? We did some fun things. We put Excruciator on the battlefield, I think twice, and won because of it once, which I consider to be a win. I stand by our pack 1 pick 1 of Swarm Weaver. That was a good card. What could we have done better with this deck? I mean, not much. I guess not play against Ghost Vacuum might have just been the only answer. I feel like if we hadn't done that, we would have been pretty darn well set up. But that did happen, and we got the 5 and 3. Hope we had fun today. Reanimator is back with a vengeance. Thanks for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time for your daily draft.